Now, good morning. Today, in the lecture 2 of chapter Motion in a Plane, I am going to cover the following topics: scalar products and its properties, vector product and its properties. So, let us learn multiplying vectors. How can we multiply vectors? Now, multiplying a vector by a scalar. If we multiply a vector A by a scalar S, we get a new vector. Its magnitude is the product of the magnitude of A and the absolute value of S, and its direction is the direction of vector A if S is positive, but the opposite direction if S is negative. So if we multiply a vector with any scalar, then it makes only the difference in its magnitude. Magnitude increases by that time. For example, here A is a vector. If it is multiplied by number 2, then the new vector will be twice the length of vector A. And if it is S is negative, that is if vector A is multiplied by -3, then the new vector will be in the opposite direction and its magnitude will be 3 times. Now if we multiply a vector by another vector, there are the two ways to multiply a vector by a vector. The first way produces a scalar quantity, and that is called the scalar product or the dot product, and the second way produces a vector quantity, and that is called a vector product or the cross product. So we can multiply a vector by either by the scalar or by the vector. If it is multiplied by the scalar, then its magnitude will change, and if it is multiplied by a vector quantity, then there are the two ways. First is the dot product or the scalar product, and the second is the vector product or the cross product. Now let us learn the scalar product. Here the two vector A is any vector. If it is multiplied the vector B, whose direction is when the angle between vector A and B is theta, then what will be the result? Now dot product is represented by a dot. In between A and B we write dot. So A is multiplied by another vector B, dot product, then the resultant will be AB cos theta, where theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. For example, you know that you have studied that work. Work is force into displacement. Now, since work is a scalar quantity, so force is a vector quantity and displacement is also a vector quantity. So here we are multiplying the vector with a vector. So one vector is multiplied by the another vector. So resultant here is a scalar. So F and S, they are multiplied in a way that the resultant is a scalar. So it is known as the scalar product. Here the result is Fs cos theta, where theta is the angle between force and displacement. This you have studied in the previous classes also, and in 11th also there is a one chapter work power energy. There you will again learn the same thing. Now work, W is the work done, F is the force. Similarly, power is the product of force and the velocity. Force and velocity both are the vector quantity. Resultant power is a scalar quantity, so their product is a scalar product. Again the result will be Fv cos theta, where theta is the angle between force and velocity, and P is the power, F is the force, and V is the velocity. Now let us understand the geometrical meaning of a scalar dot product. A dot product can be regarded as the product of the two quantities: the magnitude of one of the vectors, the scalar component of the second vector during the direction along the direction of the first vector. Let us see in the diagram that vector A is one vector. Here vector B is another vector which is to be multiplied by with A. So we take the component of vector B in the direction of vector A. So component of vector B in the direction of vector A is B cos theta. So we can say that A dot B is A B cos theta. B cos theta is the component of B in the direction of B. Or in other words, in other way, we can say that A cos theta is the component of vector A in the direction of vector B, and we can say that it is the multiplication of a component of vector A in the direction of vector B with the vector magnitude of vector B. So in either way we can predict, or we can say the product of two vectors in a with the result as a scalar quantity. Now let us discuss the properties of a scalar product. The scalar product is commutative. Commutative means in either way you will multiply, you will get the same result, whether it is A dot B or B dot A. So AB cos theta or BA cos theta. Now AB and BA both are commutative, so the result is also commutative. Scalar product is distributive over addition. For example, if we have the sum of the two vectors B plus C and we are multiplying with another vector, scalar product, then A dot B plus A dot C will give the same result. The scalar product of the perpendicular vector is 0. Now since A dot B, the product is equal to AB cos 90 when the two vectors are perpendicular, so means theta is 90 degree, and we know that cos 90 is 0. So we will say that scalar product of two perpendicular vectors is 0. Here you can say that if work done is equal to force into displacement. So if the displacement is perpendicular to the direction of the force, then the work done will be 0. For example, if suppose a coolie is carrying a load on his head, then the displacement and the force, the angle between them is 90 degrees, so work done will be 0. Two parallel vectors, then theta is 0 degree. In that case, the scalar product of the two parallel vector will be maximum positive. The scalar product of the two anti-parallel vector is maximum but with negative sign, because cos 180 degree is -1. So A dot B will be minus AB. The scalar product of vector with itself is equal to the square of its magnitude. Now suppose if we want to multiply A with the same vector A, then angle between these two vectors will be 0. So A into A cos 0 degree, and cos 0 is 1, so magnitude will give the square. So when the vector is multiplied by itself, then the resultant is equal to the square of its magnitude. The scalar product of the two same unit vector is 1. This is very important. The scalar product of the two same vectors, just like in the previous property, when A is multiplied by A, here I is multiplied by I, J is multiplied by J, K is multiplied by K. Means angle between I and I is 0 degree, or J and J is 0 degree, K and K is 0 degree. But their magnitude is always 1. So 1 into 1 cos 0 is 1. So the scalar product of the same unit vector is 1 and the is 1. But if it is multiplied by with another unit vector, that is I dot j, here the angle between I and j is 90 degree, so the result cos 90 is 0, so it is 0. So whether I dot j or j dot k or k dot I, the result will be 0. Now calculating scalar product using component. Now if we want to find out the scalar product using their components, then how we will find it? Look carefully. Now suppose we have one vector A, then its component Ax I cap, Ay j cap, Az k cap, B Bx I cap, By j cap and Bz k cap. These are the two vectors and we want to find their scalar product A dot B. Then the dot product of both. Now look carefully, then product just like the ordinary product, A इन दोनों तीनों से मल्टीप्लाइड होगा, दैट इज द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रॉपर्टी. तो Ax I cap dot the sum of this plus Ay j cap the sum of this, Az k the sum of this. Now what will be the result? In the previous slide we know that I dot I is 1, I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0. Means when the two unit vectors of the same type are multiplied, the resultant is 1. And if different unit vectors are multiplied means the scalar product, then the resultant is 0. So if we apply this in this expression, then this expression will reduce to ax bx plus a by by plus az bz. So when the components of the two vectors are multiplied, dot product, they give the answer like this: ax bx plus a by by plus az bz. Now vector product. If we have the two vectors a and b and the resultant is also a vector, then such product is known as the vector product or the cross product. Here the value is a cross b is equal to ab sine theta n cap. Theta is again the angle between a and b, and n cap is the direction of the resultant vector, because the result is also a vector. Vector without direction has no meaning. This is the magnitude and n cap is the direction. Now how we will find the direction of the resultant vector? It is to be found by using the right hand thumb rule. If you curl your fingers in the direction of the two vectors, means if when a is multiplied by b, so your finger will also curl in this direction, then the direction of the thumb, yeah, here the finger is curling in the same direction, then direction of the thumb gives us the direction of the resultant. If we are finding the b cross a, that is b cross a, then you will reverse your fingers, and in that case you will say that thumb will direct in the downward direction. So when you curl the finger in the direction of the product, then thumb shows the direction of the resultant vector. Example of vector product: tau is equal to r cross f, where tau is the rotation, this is the rotational force, or you can say that torque is equal to r cross f. This you will study in the chapter 9, the rotational motion. So torque is equal to rf sine theta and cap, where tau is the torque, r is the position, and f is the force. Similarly, L angular momentum, r cross p, L is equal to rp sine theta and cap. Now geometrical meaning of the vector product. Now geometrical meaning: the magnitude of vector a cross b is equal to ab sine theta, because without magnitude it will have a direction, so only we can equate the magnitude. Magnitude is a cross b is equal to ab sine theta. So this can be written as either a sine theta into b. So again the component of a, the perpendicular component of a, and just look again here, that is a sine theta. This is a sine theta. So a sine theta is multiplied by b. A sine theta is multiplied by b, or we can say that b sine theta is multiplied by a. Now a cross b is the area of the parallelogram made by the two vectors. Now listen carefully, this is very important. Look here, a cross b is the area of the parallelogram made by the two vectors, because a cross b is equal to ab sine theta. So here we know that the area of the perpendicular. Now if you complete the parallelogram by the two vectors, and this is the parallelogram, and area of a parallelogram is the either side and the distance between the two parallel sides. So if you are taking these two parallel sides, then a sine theta is the distance between these two parallel sides. Then you will say that area of this parallelogram will be b into a sine theta, b into a sine theta. So it is the area of the parallelogram made by the two vectors. In this case also be a into b sine theta. Now properties of the vector product. The vector product is anti-commutative. That is, if you multiply a cross b and multiply b cross a, the direction will change, as you have seen just now in your right hand thumb rule. If you curl your finger from a to b, then thumb will in the upward direction, and if you curl your finger from b to a, then thumb is in the downward direction. So it is anti-commutative. The vector product is distributive over addition, just like the scalar product. A cross b plus c is equal to a cross b plus a cross c. The magnitude of the vector product of the two perpendicular vector is maximum, because the perpendicular vectors, then theta is 90 degrees, so sine 90 is 1. So for in the case of the perpendicular vectors, vector product is maximum while the scalar product was minimum. The vector product of the two parallel vector is a null vector, because A cross B is equal to AB sine 0 and cap. Now this is equal to 0, but the resultant should be a vector. The resultant should be a vector, so it is a null vector. Null vector is a vector which has magnitude equal to 0 and arbitrary direction. The vector product of the two anti-parallel vectors is also a null vector, because sine 180 is again 0. The vector product of vector with itself is also a null vector, because A cross A is sine 0 and sine 0 is again 0, so it is also a null vector. So vector product of the two perpendicular is maximum, two parallel vector is null vector, anti-parallel vector is null vector, and the vector product of the vector with itself is a null vector. The vector product of the two same unit vector is also a null vector, because I cross I means again sine 0, angle between I and I is 0, so there it is a null vector. The vector product of the two different unit vector is a third unit vector. Now listen it carefully, that if you multiply I cross j, means I cross j will be vector k, j cross k vector I, k cross I vector j, but j cross I is negative of k, k cross j is negative of I, and I cross j is negative of j. The direction negative sign is because using the thumb rule. Now just to remember this, you can add to your memory, write ijk. Now if you write ijk and if you go in the clockwise direction, then this will be positive, and in the anti-clockwise direction it will be negative. But remember that ijk are written in the clockwise direction. So in the clockwise direction, if you are writing, then ijk, the product means I cross j will be k, j cross k, I cross j will be k, j cross k will be I, a cross k cross I will be j. But j cross I is negative of k, I cross k is negative of j, and k cross j is negative of I. So in this way you can add to your memory, you can easily learn or remember. Now calculating vector product using components. Now if we have the two vectors, vector A and vector B, and their components, then the cross product. You can write cross product like this. Again you can distribute over the addition A cross I, then the second vector A cross Y, the second vector AZK is the second complete vector. Now here look carefully, that this is when you multiply this A cross B cross I cross A, because these are the magnitudes, so you can take it out, AX BX I cross I. But the unit vector, the vector product of the same unit vector is 0 vector, so all the terms will become 0. Only few terms will left, only these terms will left, and in these terms also you can put the value according to I cross j is equal to plus k. So the result will be AY BZ I cross minus AZ BZ I. There will be have the 6 terms. Now it is difficult to remember these terms, but they can be easily remembered using the determinant. The result of the vector product can easily be remembered using the determinant. What is the meaning of the determinant? You will learn in mathematics, but here just take an idea that A cross B. If you want to find A cross B, what you will write, I, J, K like this, and their components in this way. Now how will you get the result? Now first is vector I. So first is vector I. Leave these lines. Now remaining these two lines, they are multiplied. A multiplied by BZ minus AZ multiplied by BY. Look again. First term will be I cap. So leave this two lines. Then ay bz, that is ay bz and minus az by. Similarly for the second, this is minus j. So minus j, leave this term. Again the same arrow, ax bz minus az bx. For the third, leave these two rows. Then again ax by minus ay bx. For the second term z is minus sign, but for I and k it is for plus sign. So that is all for today. Thank you.